Hello, I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is my movie review of Gemini Man. It's a 2019 science fiction spy thriller starring Will Smith and directed by Ang Lee. The story is about a man named Henry Brogan. Henry Brogan is a government assassin. He's the best assassin around. He has been a loyal soldier for about 30 years. And after so many kills and so many experiences, he's ready to retire. He's simply had enough and wants to find something else to do with the remainder of his life. Well, while he enters retirement, he happens to stumble onto a potential government conspiracy. The people behind the conspiracy feel that Brogan is now too dangerous to be left alive, so they send a special assassin to kill Brogan. That special assassin is a clone of Brogan. The clone, named Junior, he's young, he's fast, he's agile, so it's a big question of, can Will Smith outmaneuver and wit this younger version of himself? It's basically youth and agility versus age and wisdom. So here's how this review will work. First, I'll mention a few things that I didn't like about the movie. Then I'll mention a few things that I liked about the movie. Then I'll have a special section where I talk about the unique visual style that certain theaters are offering, which is IMAX with laser 3D in high frame rate. And then finally, I will offer my verdict. Now bear in mind there will be spoilers throughout this review because I honestly can't discuss how I feel without giving some plot points away. And there are timestamps in the description if you want to bounce around to particular areas. So with that in mind, sit back, relax, as I discuss the movie starring the brother that's platinum. So on the subject of things that I didn't like about the movie, and the first thing isn't really the film's fault, it's more the marketing, but I am including that with the whole theatrical experience. The marketing materials offer a lot of notes that are in the movie. It doesn't completely give away the film, but certain critical moments in the film are shown in the trailers, like when Junior confronts the government man that created him, or when Junior and Henry Brogan are confronting each other, is having that interview. Or there are certain action beat scenes. You see how like the action sequence begins, you see it's already ending, and so when you watch the movie, it's still a good film. You're still enjoying it, but you already know those major beats, so you're not surprised, and the impact that they should have isn't as strong. So I was a bit frustrated and disappointed about that. I wish there had been either one more unique action sequence before Henry Brogan meets Junior, like seeing Henry Brogan maybe do some hand-to-hand combat as opposed to sniping. I mean, he's an amazing sniper, but still maybe like one more hand-to-hand combat sequence before he met Junior to really highlight how excellent the original is before we're introduced to the clone, and that would have made things better. Or, like I said, if the trailers had just held back a bit, it would have made the experience much better. Another thing I didn't like, and this is the film's fault, is that a lot of subordinate characters are killed off, and I just get more and more frustrated that when it comes to these spy thrillers. I just find it odd that these people who are trained to keep secrets and do all types of assassinations and spy stuff throughout their careers, they learn one secret too many, and all of a sudden they're like expendable. You got to kill them. It just seems so strange, especially since some of the subordinates in this movie have no clue what is going on. They're doing something else and they just kill them anyway. I just find that really frustrating. Like, shouldn't you at least make sure they're going to spill the beans? It's their job to keep secrets. They've been loyal this whole time. Maybe they'll still be loyal. Why get rid of this potentially excellent asset just because they learned one little thing too many? That's just something I find very, very annoying with this genre, and it happens several times in the movie. On to the positive aspects of this film, I definitely want to talk about Will Smith's double performance. Now, I'll discuss the visual effects in the next section, but I gotta focus on the performance, because doing the whole one actor playing multiple roles on screen together is nothing new. I mean, Eddie Murphy's made a whole career out of doing that on screen. So when you have an actor playing different roles, it's really important that you feel that those other characters are different people, and Will Smith does this excellently. You really believe that older Will Smith is talking to you know, his younger Will Smith, like he just stepped off the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air set, and they're interacting with each other. It's really dynamic. It's fun. So yes, Will Smith's acting has certainly improved over the years, and it's just fascinating to see these two versions on screen together. Granted, Will Smith as a person is pretty much still young at heart. Even though he's middle-aged and has kids, he still loves to have fun. He loves still to be acting wild. He's not doing the music so much anymore, but, you know, he'll grab on the microphone and say a few rhymes if you ask him to. He recently bungee jumped to celebrate his birthday, so he's still that happy-go-lucky kind of guy. So, yeah, it's really easy to buy. Here's young version, here's old version, when he's pretty much been, like, consistent throughout his public life. Another thing I liked about this movie is that there's no romance in the film. Henry Brogan's character, he does team up with a female operative, and there is a bit of flirting, but there's no full-on relationship that builds. In fact, there's a character reason with Henry Brogan that explains why, like, he doesn't want to enter any type of relationship, and I appreciated that. I feel that you don't always need to shoehorn some type of romance into these movies, so I like that there was no romance in this movie, and I extra like that they really give a unique reason why that wouldn't be a showcase in the movie. So I definitely appreciated that aspect of the film. No romance, and amazing to watch Will Smith and Will Smith together. So in a handful of theaters in the United States, they offer this movie in IMAX with laser 3D in high frame rate. Now, high frame rate is basically like movies are regularly shown in 24 frames per second or 29 frames per second, somewhere in that range. So movies and TV shows. Where here, it's presented in 60 frames per second. So that should be like extra special, right? And then you got the big IMAX, and you got not just regular 3D, laser 3D. So all this stuff you think would enhance the action. Now I will say when it comes to the visual effect of making Will Smith look young, it's excellent. Will Smith's head looks amazing in young form at every angle, at every style, at every lighting, at daytime, nighttime action. The head part is wonderful. But because of the extra special effects, you can tell that his head is not on his body. That is another actor standing in for the body, and it just highlights it throughout the whole movie, especially when there's action sequences, when the body is hopping around the scene or running, or there's scenes involving car chases and things like that. You just get more highlight of how the bad effects happen, and you're just broken out of the film. So yes, the head part is wonderful, and the action is cool, but the super duper special effects just highlights the bad stuff as much as it highlights the good stuff, and it's very, very jarring. And plus, it's visually annoying because sometimes things are happening so fast, your mind can't comprehend what's going on. There were several times like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Just moving like 2 or 3 seconds, taken out of the movie because my brain couldn't comprehend what was currently happening on the screen. So no, I am not recommending the super duper special edition of this movie. I say go see the movie in regular format. Only go see it in super duper special if you are in one of those handful of areas and you're really, really, really curious. Other than that, if you just want to enjoy a movie, go see it in regular edition. You do not need to see high definition, super frame, laser, whatever. See it regular. Gemini Man is a very good movie. It might actually be a great movie, but because I saw so many of those major plot points and beats in the trailers, my experience was diminished. So it might be a great movie, but for me, it was just a very good movie. And then you add the fact that those super duper effects were highlighting not only the great stuff, but the bad parts of this digital CGI effects, as well as just being visually incomprehensible at certain moments of the film. I gotta bring down the score a bit. So I recommend Gemini Man. It's a very good movie, and I give it a grade of B-. Okay, so that's what I thought of the movie. I would love to know what you thought of the film. Be sure to share whatever comments you like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm High Heel Knight. Thanks for watching, and remember, find inspiration everywhere. Woo! Ha 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 ha!